welcome back to the channel. I am in London right now, as I shared in my previous video, and today I'm going to do a mukbang and share my COVID journey with you when my entire family got COVID and I couldn't even be there to meet them. So first, let's see what I ordered. Now, believe it or not, McDonald's in foreign countries actually has fruits in it. So if you're vegetarian and you go to a foreign country, you have no idea what to eat, you can eat carrots and fruits, because that's what we did when we came to Singapore. And now my burger is a balanced meal because I have fresh vegetables there. Hey! I got a Pepsi which I got from home. If you did not know, in Singapore I'm not able to eat fast food because their McDonald's does not have a veggie burger, so only their Burger King has a vegetarian burger, and when you don't have so many options you just forget to eat it. So when I first came here, everybody kept asking how I lost so much weight. It's because I can't eat fast food because there are no options, so I'm actually very happy about that. But since I'm in the UK, in London, they have a lot of veggie options which I'm so happy about. So I got the McDonald's 4 veggie dippers, and I got the hot and oh, this doesn't look very nice, and I got the sweet and sour sauce with that, and I got the vegetable deluxe burger. Actually, that's not a lot of food. I should have ordered fries, but we're too late now, aren't we? Let's try these veggie dippers. I thought it's not recording. It has like a crumbly flavor inside, but it's not good. They almost put masala like pakora inside, but they didn't do a good job with it. Let's crack this open and begin the conversation. Cheers. The story starts in about May 2021. COVID was high in India. I was stuck in Singapore. I find out that my extended family got COVID. All of them, especially my paternal side. Every single member of my paternal side, my father's side of the family, got COVID. Some of them were even hospitalized, and I still remember distinctly, I was standing at the bus stop going to my friend's house, and all I thought was, wow, I'm going to lose one side of my family and I can't even go meet them. This happened in the second wave. You thought someone getting COVID means they're dying. Then I made sure that my mom and brother stay in the house, they stay protected. They made sure about that as well. But hey, you have to go out for your first dose of vaccinations, right? I kept telling them, please go for the vaccination, do it. My mom goes to the vaccination. My brother also goes. Slowly my mom starts feeling sick right after the vaccination. Actually, right 14 days after the vaccination. Same thing happened with my father's side of the family on the day of the vaccination. Guys, this veggie burger just had the dippers inside. What the hell? I don't even have sauce. These dippers are better in the burger. I remember taking this photo. I spoke to her and her health was at the best condition at this point. The doctors, they'd been to the doctors already. The doctor gave them cold medicine. And when they asked the doctor if we should get a swab test, the doctor said, don't get a swab test because obviously it's going to be positive. It doesn't matter. And over here in Singapore, I am getting the deep nose swab test twice a week. If anybody is in the medical field or you know anyone, please let me know why was the doctor saying no to swab test. I understand you don't want them to crowd the place, but how are they going to find out if they have COVID or not? Anyway, they went and got the swab test. I remember I was on video call. They were seeing the results online. My brother saw the results. They both were in the same room. My mom's result came out first, positive. Then my brother got the swab test result, positive. Both of them were COVID positive. Now, the one thing was that my brother's taste and smell was gone, but my mom's taste and smell was not gone. Now, we thought that means my mom is still better, my brother's worse, but then my brother's young, so I had faith on him. Now, mind you, my paternal side, at this point, we lost contact with them because everybody was sick. Literally everyone was sick. It sounds like hell. And I was in my own kind of hell, sitting here, hearing everything, seeing everything on social media, sensationalized or not, and wondering, am I going to lose half of my family and I can't even do anything about it because I can't even go back. And you need to survive. And say if anything happens to my mom and my brother, I need to stay here to survive and sustain my own self. Do you understand? It's crazy, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. A lot of people must have had these kind of things, but that's what happened with me. This was the first time, and now of course my mom knew what she's feeling, right? We thought she's okay because we saw a lot of people rushing to the hospital even when they're fine. We thought she's fine, she doesn't need to go to the hospital. For like 2-3 days she would tell us, I need to go to the hospital. Even me and my brother were scared that if she goes to the hospital, that means that's it. You know what I mean. Oh my god, this is not recording. You know, your mind is just not able to concentrate when there's not enough oxygen in your body. That's what was happening to her, of course. So she had to go to the hospital. Now, of course, my brother can't drive her. He has COVID. My cousins just live across our house where we live right now, but they can't take her to the hospital because they'll get it, right? It was night, I remember, and she said, I am leaving. I'm going to the hospital. Now, luckily, we are from the army, so we get the army hospital needs. Again, I know privilege. When we saw what the treatment was, that's what we would discuss. How is a common man supposed to do this? She had to pack for the hospital. We thought she's going to be there, we don't know, for a while. So I was helping her pack, because she was not coherent at the time, and I had watched a lot of videos of pregnant YouTubers sharing what's in my bag for hospital, what you should carry. That's the time when watching those videos came in handy. It's pretty heroic of her, but she had to admit herself to the hospital. We were on the phone, and honestly at this time we thought she's gone. And at this point when she talked, if you watch some of her videos on the Mother and Son Co, which is my mom and brother's channel, they shared the entire COVID journey there, including vlogs of when my mom was in the hospital. You can hear her voice, and that's how they would talk. They would have, it's like they're trying to catch their breath. But then when she got to the hospital, she got herself admitted, we actually were at peace. We didn't have to keep googling, keep asking around. The hospital has professional and they will take care of it. So we were at peace. My brother was still at home. He recovered at home, by the way. So my duty was to constantly check up on them if they're alive. Now at this time, my maths teacher from school had got COVID, and he posts a lot on Facebook. So he actually posted how he got better. And that was amazing because that's somebody we know who had COVID in the second wave and he got better. He got better at home though, so he actually posted everything that worked for him. I posted on the screen now, and I made a nice schedule with my brother of this is what we're going to do and you're going to get better. It was Project Evict COVID. Sorry guys, my battery ran out and so did my food. I've eaten on my food, but let's get this story continuing. I'm sure there are so many people out there who had it worse, and the result of getting COVID ended up being worse for them. I am thinking about you. I have been thinking about you. You're very strong. I'll tell you the story. I would video call my brother and he would not have the energy to talk, right? So I would just video call him so I can at least see him to see how he's doing. So he would really want to sleep, but my brother has sinus, and turns out when you sleep your oxygen naturally dips, but since he has sinus and COVID, it dipped a lot, especially one night. So I would make sure to see him on video call to tell him not to sleep because he would just want to sleep, but I would have to keep him awake. So this one time I told him, he was on the video call guys, and he wanted to sleep so bad he closed his eyes. I said, hey, don't do that. It's like how in the movies people die, they just slowly close their eyes and they drift away into death. I'm like, you do not do that to me. So, but I'm sharing this experience to get anyone else ready, and if you're going through this, it's okay. We're gonna get through this. So this happened. Then one fine day, my mom video called my brother and I. Excuse me, that was huge. And when she video called us, we saw she was doing so much better than how she sounded, because through the oxygen mask you really can't hear anything. Again, she's made vlogs, please watch it. My brother has made vlogs how he fought COVID all alone. He was alone in the house, guys. Everything, please watch those videos, very helpful and educational. At this time, what I was feeling, I can only explain in actions. This is what I was feeling. Does that make sense? Like, I felt like I want to run away, but I also need to stay. I can't tell you, it was like very chaotic in my head, and I was scared. I would try to distract myself. Distractions are key, guys. TikTok is a lifesaver in this time. I don't care China is stealing my data. TikTok is the only thing that made me be distracted and made me smile and laugh and feel like I was not alone, because a lot of the people in my real life were just silent. Some of them would check on me, be like, it's gonna be fine, but actually at this time, at points like that, whatever anyone says is not gonna be helpful, but also not saying anything was also not good. Okay, so this is what I do. Whenever someone says they're going through something, I ask how the person is who's affected, but then I also ask the person who's dealing with it, like, how are you though? You know, I know they're going through that, they're in the hospital, they're being treated, whatever, I'm sure you're taking care of them, but how are you? Because the people that are taking care of others also need to be taken care of. So that's important if you need tips about that. My mom and my brother, they both would not talk to anybody, because of course you don't have, when you're talking, we don't realize it, guys. When we're talking, we need to be thankful and grateful that we're able to talk. We really not, and I'm not saying in the sense of some people can't even talk. I'm talking in the terms of COVID, when you don't even have enough oxygen to talk, because when you're talking, you're letting out oxygen and you're breathing in oxygen. We don't even know because it's involuntary. I'm sure a lot of you have family members that are going through worse things. There's cancer, there's so many things. I'm sure you guys know that, but I got a real life picture. My mom and brother would literally not talk to anybody so they can save their oxygen for me. Like, oh my, can you get anybody who loves you more? If your guy or girl doesn't do that, do they even love you? And I learned the real meaning of being still. And that has helped me after that, when I'm here, to be still. You don't think about the future, you don't think about the past, you're in the present, but you're just going through the present. Like, you're not letting it affect you. In the beginning, okay, since this journey is about me, not what happened with them, I'm just telling you what's happening with them. So in the beginning, when my mom was in the hospital, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would sleep at, I don't know, like odd hours, late into the night. Again, I said TikTok saved my life at that point, because even with the Instagram reels now, it's still perfection. It would still make you feel like, damn, so all this is going shit, plus I feel shit about myself now. What helped me was being distracted, and I know we say social media distracts us, social media does that, but sometimes that's not really a bad thing. Sometimes that's the only thing that helps you. If we did not have social media, I don't know what I would do at that time. My mom has never been sick, so I remember distinctly, I was gone out for an appointment with my batchmate, and we were meeting our other friends there, and we were going to have like a nice meal, have fun, ha ha ha, but she knew about my mom and brother, and my mom video called me at that time, and as soon as I cut the call, I just started crying straight in the food court in the mall. It's all good, because you've never seen your parents be weak, right? The first time when you see your parents, because your parents are your superheroes, right? They're the ones who are all the way strong, and as I said, I've never seen my mom sick, so this was the first time I saw her be weak physically, so it was very different, but now I'm stronger because of that. So I really don't want anybody to be down about this, guys. I'm really thankful this experience happened. I'm thankful that they came out on the better side of it, and it just made me stronger. So this time has to come, right? When you start growing old, your family, your parents start growing old, they're gonna get sick someday, touch wood. So this is gonna happen. It's fine. Everyone has gone through this. So yeah, the biggest thing that I learned through this experience was how to be still. And you know, nobody can teach you. I can't teach you how to be still, but if you're going through something like that, something traumatic, there's no point in being anxious when you physically can't do anything about it. All you need to do is be still, have faith. I won't even say have hope, just have faith. Whatever happens is going to be good. If there are things like your parents are involved and you might have to sustain yourself, it's good to start planning out things to do so that you can sustain yourself, be safe, know where the papers are, everything. Even if your parents are not sick, it's always good to know the insides of these things. Is your house on a loan? Do your parents owe money to somebody? Just know this stuff. It's very important. I'm very thankful that my mom taught me since very young. I've learned to prioritize people better. Again, at first I would think that after COVID, people really showed their true colors, but you know, the world doesn't change. You change. The world is still the same, but your perspective, the eyes with which you see the world changes. Those people have always been like that. My perspective of them was different. Now my perspective of them is clearer. But anyway, that's how it should be. I don't know if I need to teach you this because I feel like everyone has their priorities sorted these days. That's what I see anyways. So make sure to choose those who choose you. For me, my priority is always going to be my mom and brother. So your family could be the biological ones or the ones you chose. Okay, it's several hours after this video has been interrupted by my camera multiple times, so I'm just gonna take that as a sign to stop talking. I hope it was not too sad. I feel like sometimes these things need to be talked about, so I wanted to talk about that. I've been receiving comments from you all saying, where's the daily vlogs, what's happening? And I really love that you all are expecting it and you want to watch the daily vlogs. So don't you worry, I will keep them coming. Okay, I'm gonna keep the daily vlogs coming and regular videos coming, so don't you worry about that. I'm gonna edit this vlog now and upload. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Because of the time difference and everything, I think I missed one day in India, so I'm sorry about that, but this is the video today. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to talk about tomorrow, because I'm here in the room. And remember, if you want to see my in-depth daily layover routine, how I get ready for flights, anything like that, join my membership on the channel My Indian Life, and you can watch all those videos that I filmed in really good quality, and the videos are very well directed. I'm very proud of them. So please make sure to become a member. Try it for 1 month. Hey, what the hell? And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.